Sounds great. So let's move on one step to advertising. So, like every social media platform, what we've talked about today is all free. It's just an investment of time. But if we want to go a step further, like you really wanted to almost put your Twitter account on steroids and do a bit of an advertising, what's your take on the advertising options and opportunities with Twitter?
Let's just say your Twitter account has built up a little momentum. So there's a story there. Maybe you've done 50 tweets, 100 tweets, your bio's right, your photos are there. Once there's a basic presence on your Twitter account that looks pretty good, now you can just tweet and it may show up. But if you wanted to get it promoted into the, as you know, when you go through any social media, inline ads, promoted ads, if you want to pay and promote your ad, which is easily done, it's quite a straightforward process. You're then deciding, well, what do you want someone who finds that ad to do? Do you want to bring them and make them follow your Twitter page? Is that the goal? Is the goal to get them to link to your web page? Is that the call to action? Perhaps you want to have depending on what you sell online, perhaps you want them to literally be able to buy online when they see your tweet with a buy now function virtually built into it. So, in other words, when you spend the money on paying for advertising, you need to be very clear on what it is that the person who reads that ad is intending to do with it. And that's the goal. If your website's ready and it's got a great landing page or a promotion page and the tweet all ties to that, and someone's going to see that because you, like any demographics, you pick who do you want to see it. Well, if you're selling locally, if you're a local tradesperson, you don't want to sell to the rest of the world. You want to zero in on your trade, so you're going to narrow it to the geography, narrow it to the ages, genders even. In other words, you're trying to zero in on who you want to read your tweet and what action to take on it.
So, for example, take a simple example, like you had the Sydney Hills Business Chamber event. That's a tweet that you've put out. You could promote that tweet via the advertising platform and choose people in the local area that fit that event.
Exactly. Businesses in the postcodes that we're targeting. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's really just understanding the platform, and by practicing it, you start to see what you're interested in as a business person. Well, if you're interested in it for someone else's business, that's the kind of example that you'd try to emulate, to copy for your own business if it's suitable.
And where do those things appear? So they would appear on your newsfeed or something like that? If I say I targeted you and you're in the area and I wanted you to know about this event, obviously it wouldn't appear on your page because it's a shared tweet. It would come into your newsfeed.
That's right. It just ends up being one of these promoted posts that sort of you scroll down every time you log in. Mine's not doing it right now, but
say promoted or something.
It will have the word promoted and so forth. So it's an ad.
Yeah.
And every time you log in, it tends to group ads, early on type thing. So but understanding Twitter as a platform, as a business owner or a business manager, understanding it before you try to use it to advertise will help to use your budget well.
Yeah, sounds good.